People keep asking for better prompts, smarter prompts, more advanced prompts, more detailed instructions. They search for the perfect wording, the perfect structure, the perfect system. I don't. I use the same prompt every day. Not because it's special, not because it's advanced, but because it's repeatable. And that changes everything. Most people don't stop using AI because it doesn't work. They stop using it because every time they open it, they have to think. What tool should I use? What model? What prompt? Should I explain more? Should I explain less? And that decision-making happens every single time. That's exhausting. AI isn't overwhelming because it's complex. It's overwhelming because it creates too many choices. Every new feature adds another decision. Every new prompt adds another option. And over time, those decisions pile up, until using AI feels like work instead of help. At some point, I stopped asking, how do I get better results from AI? And started asking, how do I remove thinking from the process? Because productivity isn't about intelligence, it's about friction. The less friction there is, the more likely you are to actually use something. That's when AI becomes useful, not when it's exciting, but when it's boring. So instead of collecting prompts, I decided to trust one. One prompt, one structure, one starting point. Not because it does everything perfectly, but because it works consistently. Here is the prompt I use. Not because it's magical, but because it's simple. You'll notice something important. It doesn't try to do everything. It doesn't sound impressive. It doesn't promise genius results. It just defines a process. And that's enough. This prompt does one important thing. It removes uncertainty. I don't wonder what to ask AI. I don't wonder how detailed to be. I already know how the conversation will start. And because the start is predictable, the rest becomes easier. AI becomes an assistant, not a puzzle. What matters here isn't the output, it's the repetition. Same prompt, same structure, same expectations. That repetition builds trust. Not trust in AI, trust in the process. This prompt doesn't solve everything, and that's important to understand. Sometimes the first answer isn't great. Sometimes it's too generic. Sometimes it misses the point completely. And that's not a failure of the prompt, it's the expected outcome. Because the goal of this prompt isn't to produce a perfect result. The goal is to remove hesitation. It gives me something to react to, something to refine, something to push forward. Without it, I would still be staring at a blank page. And that's the real problem this solves. I don't rewrite the prompt. I don't start over. I just continue the conversation. I react to the output the same way I would react to a human draft. I say what's missing. I say what's unclear. And I move forward. I could improve this prompt. I could make it more detailed. I could optimize it. But I don't. Because every change creates a new decision. And I don't want new decisions. I want a familiar start. Most people look for better prompts. What they actually need is a better system. A system doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be reliable. When something is reliable, you stop questioning it. And when you stop questioning, you move faster. The best prompt isn't the smartest one. It's the one you don't have to think about. One you trust. One you repeat. One you actually use. That's how AI becomes useful. AI doesn't save time because it's intelligent. It saves time because your system is simple. If you like calm, simple ways to use AI without overthinking, this channel is for you.